Jones with 48 yards on the ground today. Hands it off to Barkley. Saquon Barkley, touchdown Giants.
What up, New York Giant Nation? It is your boy, MacDaGiantsFan, coming at y'all with the Week 14 edition of the True Blue Prevue. The 11-1 Philadelphia Eagles traveling up that turnpike take on the 7-4-1 New York Football Giants. And look, get right into this, not even going to sugarcoat anything. This matchup on paper is like a true David versus Goliath matchup on paper. Let's face it, the tail of the tape, the New York Giants, we just do not stack up to this Philadelphia Eagle team that's coming to MetLife on Sunday. Let's face it, in almost every area, the Eagles are just flat out, on paper, a better football team. And to be quite honest, what they've been showing on the field. I mean, let's not just keep it limited to paper. They are 11-1 for a reason. They are the best team in the NFL, despite what people keep trying to make other teams and create scenarios which other teams are better than them. No, they are 11-1. They're the only one-loss team in the NFL, and that's just what it is. They are the best team, and we're the New York Football Giants sitting at 7-4-1, which is probably a better record than most people had the New York Giants having at this stage of the season, to be quite frank. Yeah, nonetheless, it is. But, however, the New York Giants are playing their worst football of the season in these last stretch of games here. Offense is just not able to get anything done. Not that it was explosive by any means during the more successful part of the year earlier in the year, but now it's just downright completely stagnant. Can't seem to get anything done, and we're going to talk about all of that in a minute or so. But let's just keep it real. This tail of the tape, let's look at it. Let's look at it right now. Quarterback situation. Come on. Eagles got a quarterback that may be the MVP of this league. We got Daniel Jones, who's playing probably his best football of his career, but let's face it, it's not even close. Not even close to the things Jalen Hurts is doing. Okay, the Giants probably do have that edge. They got to get the Giants that edge with the running back situation. I mean, on the strength of Saquon Barkley. You know, he's doing some great things, had a good rebounding nicely this season. But he's even been in a rut the last few games, let's face it. But still get that running back edge that's to the New York Giants just on the strength of Saquon Barkley. Receivers, that's laughable. We don't even have to talk about that. The Eagles' top two receivers are by far better than every receiver the New York Giants team is running out there. So that's not even something to talk about. And maybe even their third receiver is better than our guys too, to be quite frank. Defensively, the offensive line, forget about it. Same thing. Eagles have maybe the best offensive line in football, so that's not also something that's not worth talking about. Forget about it. As far as defensively goes, same thing, man. Almost in every way defensively, this Eagle football team they're just flat out better, man. Up front, the back end, they don't have great linebackers in Philly, but they're playing better ball than our guys are. It just is what it is. But New York Giants, it still is a divisional matchup, man. And even though the Eagles, it just looks like there is no real chance for the New York Giants to win this football game. There's always a way, man. And it starts with execution, man. Going out there and executing a game plan. And that game plan, to me, in my humblest of opinions, is going to have to be figuring out a way to keep those chains moving and sustain drives. 3 and outs will not get it done this week against this Eagle football team. The more that offense is on the field, the less chance the New York Giants have to win this football game. The more the Eagles' offense is on the field, the least chance. I mean, the Giants just won't have any chance because the Eagles, they're going to put up points. Let's face it. Our defense has been admirable. It keeps us in games. This is a whole different animal right here we're facing. This offense right here is a whole completely different animal, and there is just no way we can have a worn-out defense on the field going against this Eagle offense. It's just not going to be a good look if that's the case, and we will get the doors blown off if that's the situation. So our offense for the New York Giants offensively, they have to sustain drives. You got to insert that running game in there, and you got to get it going however you got to get it going and keep them chains moving. Keep them chains moving, man. And I know it's easier said than done that, but that's what has to be done. The teams that have had any degree of success against this Eagle football team are the teams that have been able to keep their offense off the field as much as possible. That is truly the best way to attack these Philadelphia Eagles. Another thing, man, offensively, it's time. Because clearly teams know that our best weapon is Saquon Barkley. That's not a secret to anyone that the New York Giants play. It's not a secret. So what you got to go out there and do is you got to take the reins, coaching staff. You got to take the reins off of Daniel Jones. Shout out to my super dope co-host, Adam Costas, that co-hosts with me every Wednesday on the Real Deal NFC East Roundup. He's been literally saying it all season, and I'm not even going to lie. I'll eat my crow a little bit. I've been pushing back a little bit, and I'm not the only one. Several other people have been pushing back a little bit with his opinion of taking the reins off of Daniel Jones and letting this guy, you got to let this guy fall on his own sword now. You have to. Because teams know what we're doing. We're too predictable offensively. We're not fooling anybody. And he got to let Daniel Jones try to create and do something. Because at this point in time now, I think David Carter on NFL Network put it the best, man. Coddling this kid now. And now you gotta let loose. You gotta let this guy try to make some things happen and try to catch some defenses off guard, man, because right now just turning around and just, vanilla-ass handoffs to Saquon Barkley to the left, to the right, no, that's not working anymore. Teams are fully prepared to stop that. With that being said, you got a couple other guys on that sideline. Like I said, I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, you got to start getting your best playmakers on the field. It doesn't matter if they're just running backs, whoever. Like I said, you got Matt Breida and them sitting on that sideline for what? Why are they just sitting on the sideline? Get them out there. Keep a defense guessing. Keep them on their heels. Matt Breida has a skill set. He can come out there. You can do different things with him in your offense. He doesn't have to just line up completely just straight up in your backfield. You can split him out wide. He can make things happen in a passing game. He's probably a better receiver than most of the receivers we got on our damn team. I mean, Daniel Bellinger was a welcome addition back into the lineup last week, the rookie tight end. But he's still got to get his legs back under him, man. Lost a lot of momentum. He was doing some good things, positive things, and who knows where he might be at right now in his development had he not had the injury and had to miss so much time. But the reality is he did have to miss all those games, and now he's got to get his legs back on him. He's not going to just come out and be a savior. But he was a welcome addition back into the lineup a week ago. So hopefully it'll just keep trending forward with him again and get him going again. But like I said, we got to, I think this offense needs to see a little more. We need to be a run-first offense. I believe in that. But you also got to let Daniel Jones, try to make some more bigger plays down the field and such. Like I said, my guy Adam Costa has been saying that all season long, and we've been kind of resisting and pushing back because early in the season it was working. What the New York Giants was doing was working, but it's clearly not working anymore. It's clearly not working anymore. So now you got to take the reins off of Daniel Jones. If he's going to be the guy, if you want to give him an opportunity to prove he can be the guy, you got to pull the reins off of him and let him and see what he can do. Because you can't make a real decision on this guy based off of what you're asking him to do right now. It's kind of unfair to him as well as the team right now. Because I feel like we had too many opportunities to put this game away against Washington a week ago. Too many opportunities. And part of that is the coaching situation of being way too conservative with your quarterback and just offensively in general. I know the weapons aren't there, but that's what I mean. You got to figure out ways to work with what you got. You have to, and you got to figure out effective ways to work with what you got. Defensively, like I said, they've been keeping us in football games, but they got all kinds of issues over there as well. All kinds of injuries. I mean, guys are just banged up. That secondary is so beat up. I don't know what they even say anymore about it. It's so beat up, and this is not the kind of receiving core you want to take on with our secondary beat up the way it is. But it is what it is. We got to play the games that are in front of us. And right now, the 11-1 Philadelphia Eagles is the next game up. And it's not likely, but we got to figure out a way to make it happen and get a W, man. Azeez Ojulari back in the lineup last week, what an impact that made. What an impact that had. Him and Kayvon Thibodeau, man, finish up this season strong for the New York Giants on the edge, man. Because they played a hell of a game a week ago, both of those two young men. So it's really, really promising, man. The future does look bright. But right now, the future is now for the rest of this season. And we got to get it the hell done. And it's going to start up front because we know the back end needs all the help they can get. So we got to get that pressure and keep it relentless on Jalen Hurts on Sunday. Got to keep it relentless on him. Keep him in the pocket. I know he's proven to be a very quality pocket passer as well, but it's still not the biggest strength to his game. So we can't let him just get outside and run around and all crazy. We got to be disciplined, and you got to contain this man. Because like I said earlier in the video, he's playing at an MVP level, and right now, in my opinion, he will get my MVP vote. That's how good this young man is playing. He would absolutely get my MVP vote. So we can't let him get loose. A.J. Brown, whew. That dude is a different kind of animal out there, a wide receiver, man. And it's going to be a tall order no matter who has to pick up that assignment. And we're without our best cornerback in Adoree Jackson. To be quite honest, even if we had Adoree out there against A.J. Brown, it would still be a little shaky. Because that's how good A.J. Brown is. Devontae Smith, very polished route runner, and just knows how to create enough separation to give his quarterback a target to hit him. This is real, man. These Eagles are a very real problem. This is a very good football team, man. But it's going to take a near perfect effort from the New York Giants. You got to score points and figure out a way to score points, put points on the board against this Eagle team because they're going to score points. They're going to score touchdowns. So we got to figure out a way to keep pace with them, man. And the way this offense has been constructed, the way this offense has been looking in the last few weeks in particular, it hasn't been looking great, like I said, all season, to be quite honest. But the way it's been looking in particularly these last few weeks, it's hard for me to see it, man. It's unfortunate because, we all, as passionate New York Giants fans, we got kind of spoiled this year. They came out the gates quick, came out fast, off to a great start, and it's kind of looking like it's slipping away a little bit, man. But at the end of the day, man, that's why they play the game, and it's not a high likely chance the New York Giants have to win this football game, but there's always a chance, man, because that's why they go out there and play it on Sunday. They don't just play the game. They base it just off on paper. Of course, this game is a no factor. The Eagles already had to win. They had put 12 wins in the win column for them. But that's not how it works. They got to still go out there and earn it, and the New York Giants have made. One thing I will say about the New York Giants this season, they make everybody earn it. You got to earn it. We bring people down to earth. We bring people down to our level as far as everybody we play. We played other teams that are technically better than us on paper this season. And we made the games ugly and made them have to work hard for it. And we need to do the same thing with this Philadelphia Eagle team on Sunday. And maybe we can slide a W in there, sneak a W in, and it will be a big one if we can make that happen. 0-2-1 in the division, that's not good enough. You got to win the divisional matchups if you want to have a chance. Got to win the divisional. We hanging on by a thread now at this point. Hanging on by an absolute thread. With that being said, it's that time. I'm going to make me a score prediction here, and it's not one that I'm happy with, but I got to keep it all the way real with my audience. The Eagles are just a far better football team than we are, and I'd be stunned if we found a way to win. I'd be stunned. I'd be very excited, but I'd be stunned. And with that being said, I think the Eagles are gonna find a way to beat us, or not find a way to beat us. They're gonna beat us. I feel like, unfortunately, and I think that score is gonna be 32. 32 for the Eagles, and I'll say 21 for the New York Football Giants. I figure we'll find a way to score a few touchdowns, but it just won't be enough to keep up with this Philadelphia Eagle high-powered offense. But you know what I say, you know what I always say, New York Giant Nation. Prove me wrong, Giants. Prove me wrong, Big Blue. This is our biggest divisional rival. This team has been a proverbial thorn in my side my whole life. Prove me wrong out there on Sunday. Go out there with big heart, and maybe we can make some big things happen. Like I said, not very likely, honestly, but just we'll see. Like I said, that's why they play the game. And with that being said, make sure y'all tune in immediately following the game on Sunday for the True Blue Aftermath live on my channel, MacDaGiantsFan. Come join me. I usually have a couple of my buddies with me. We break down the game, talk about all the good, the bad, the ugly, following this football game. And this game is set up potentially for a lot of ugly. We hope not, but it is what it is, man. You got to be real with yourself. And then definitely make sure next Wednesday you tune in to another edition of the Real Deal NFC East Roundup with my guy, the super dope co-host, Adam Costas. This is your boy, Mac the Giants fan. And I'm saying, enjoy the game on Sunday, baby. It's Eagle Week. Let's go. Hey! I'd like to thank you all for listening. If you was feeling this, please take time to subscribe and smack them likes. Feel free to drop a comment and let me know what you think. Don't forget to ring that bell so you know when I'm dropping new content. It's your boy, Mac the Giants Fan. You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook at Mac the Giants Fan. That's MacDa Giants Fan.